You gonna do a quick what?
Shoot. That's why I was doing the whole thing for.
I'm just gonna let mine keep on recording then. Don't mind me.
Check. It's light. Just light on the situation. Okay, what was I saying? What was I doing again? I forgot the whole purpose of this. What was I doing? Why are you recording me? Gotta get the right angle.
Well, I tell you, look, we still shifting stuff around. I'm just waiting for you because you literally interrupted me.
Gotta get the right angles. Quiet on the set.
Get out of here.
Alright, I'm out. Another 5,000 G.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. It is a whole production studio in here, okay? So I just uploaded part 1 of the process. I started with day 2. I ended that video with day 2, which is the same day today. And I'm not much further than I was when I left that video. But I was able to read a couple of the comments from yesterday's video, which was put up today. So I wanted to address it. Some of you were concerned that I didn't number the cabinets as doors as I was taking them off. The reason for that is because, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the doors are all a different size. So they're going to just go back where, you know, like they didn't need to be numbered because each door has its own size. So there was no guesswork in where the doors went back. I think y'all are more concerned about this project and tired than me. And I'm the one in here working the hardest. I think another comment I saw a lot of was the cleaning product that I used in yesterday's video. So I used the, whatever, let's see what it is, hold up. I used the Zep. I used the Zep, and a lot of you were like, well, why are you using the Zep to clean the grease off if you're gonna sand the cabinets anyway? Doesn't that take off the grease? It does. It does. Now, here's the thing. Y'all know, if you don't know, Ron is a full-on perfectionist. And while I definitely would have skipped that step, he wants to make sure that nothing interferes with him getting a factory finish on these cabinets. So he didn't want to leave any steps out, any chance for anything to go wrong to interfere with that. So that's why you saw me using the Zep, then turning right around and sanding, right, the product. So it is kind of like double work. Let me show you how far I've gotten so far. So this is what's left to sand as far as the doors and the drawer fronts. And if you're curious, like how to take these off, Ron does have a demonstration on his channel of how easy it is to take these off. But I have to do all of this left to sand, right? those are the comments that stuck out to me the most. And I'm going to try to get back to that video to respond, but it's probably going to get away from me. So if you don't get a response from me, just wait until I go live and ask those same questions or whatever in the live video, and I can answer them right then and there, because I probably won't make it back to that video. This is going to take quite some time. Yeah.
You say you need a timeout, think you mean a buyout, cause it's pretty clear you're on your way out. And though I understand it's hard sometimes to make up your mind in these trying times, yeah, I just can't accept you leaving me when I'm overseas with the heart so heavy. Think that I deserve the truth for once, not a guilty tone, cause you're not alone, yeah. You said you wanna come home, but I know you don't. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me, then say it to my face. What it's all about, why you're bailing out. Think you owe me an apology. Just say it to my face. You're sorry. You're so sorry. Some friends for you, cause you couldn't stand it, me all independent, so you had to have me for yourself. That was when I trusted you, when I could add up 2 and 2, when you promised we'd be together, you, me, forever. Now there's nothing left to lose. And though I understand it's hard sometimes to make up your mind in these trying times, yeah, I just can't accept you leaving when I'm overseas with the heart so heavy. Think that I deserve the truth for once, not a guilty tone, cause you're not alone, yeah. You said you wanna come home, but I know you don't. So this time I won't hear it on the phone. If you got something to say to me.
Okay, so I am checking comments from my video I'll put up today. And I had a few people, several people, had a few questions, and I want you to answer them. One of the questions I saw was, why did I zip, then turn around and sand? Wasn't the sanding doing what this would have done, and is that double work?
Well, you first degrease. You have to degrease to get all of the gum and gook off, right? So degreasing is actually that, to get rid of the grease. Now, when you take and you sand grease, what you're doing is you grinding grease into wood. That's all you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking all of that grind and you're going to be sanding it, but grinding it into the wood, which then when you paint over it, it's going to leak through. So that's the reason why you just need to just take your time and degrease first and then sand. You know, because...
Okay.
Yeah. Did you notice that when you were sanding some of these, it was gumming up?
Yes.
That was grease. That was grease. Yeah. So, you know.
And I thought it was this. Like, I thought this was, I was getting to, and it was coming off in there. So that, okay.
Yeah, it'll gum up. You know. But,
so that answered that question.
Yeah.
I also saw why, the other question I saw a lot of was, why did I sand in the house? Why did I sand in here instead of outside? And in addition to not covering nothing up, and so the dust, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say now that I have to sand the faces of all of this, everything in here, in the house. Mm-hmm. So it was going to create dust anyway. Mm-hmm. So I figured it's cold outside, the wind was blowing, I'm just going to do it all in here.
That part.
What?
Probably that part
no.
is the most accurate answer. It's cold and windy outside. But in reality, to be real, we probably could have, put some plastic up, maybe, covered up some stuff, but.
And contained it to in here, probably so. But
it's just dust, At the end of the day, it's just dust, and they clean up so easy. In my opinion,
everything has to be wiped down. Though.
Everything got to be wiped down. Yeah, and realistically, if this was somebody I was doing, I wouldn't have. I would have did it. Yeah, I would have took it outside and try to. And then this thing also, this is a great answer too, because this is a DeWalt has a brand that's, I forget what it's called. It's not environmentally friendly. It's something about safety. It's something about health and safety, right? So this, and I bought this specifically because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of sanding. But this sander takes and pushes most of the dust into the dust bag.
Okay.
I done dumped this thing like 7 times. So it takes that and it pushes all of the dust into this dust bag, and then you can also put a vacuum on this. So as you sanding, you could have been running the vacuum too, and that would eliminate some of the dust. But this thing catches a lot of dust. So a normal sander, it'd have been dust all over the place. But this one, even though it's still some dust, it's not as much dust as people would think it is.
Okay, and I did have my mask on after I started being unable to breathe, but I was halfway through the process by then. So I'm trying to think of another. Okay, babe. Hey, I addressed it earlier in earlier clips of this same video, but maybe I didn't explain it good enough, because one of the main questions I was getting was, Sharon, why didn't you number those doors as you took them off? How are y'all gonna know where to go?
No, that's a good question. So I gave that some thought, and when I started measuring the doors, they're all different. Like each door is different. It's only 2 cabinets in here. It's 2 top cabinets, this one and this one. That's not even true. That's different too.
I think it's these 2. No, that's not true either.
That right there. That one and that one. Well, anyway, they all different sizes.
Okay.
So they all different sizes, and it's just, to me, easier to just do them and just pop a tape measure on it real quick, and I know exactly where the door goes. Besides the one that does the double and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, they just flipped upside down and they're adjustable hinges. So, you take them and, if they off a little bit, you just adjust the hinges. And I'm putting in new hinges anyway, remember?
Soft close.
So I'm putting soft close in, so I got to change out the hinges anyway. So those locations might move anyway. So, and then, when you label them, how you label them? You label them with paper? You label them with pencil? How you label them?
Because you got to paint them.
Because when you go to paint them, you got to take the label off. Right. So
how would you do that?
I don't know. So, to me, it's just these doors.
Oh, I know. If I was to have to label, say we did a job for somebody, and they didn't have this scenario. Right. This is how I would do it. I would number inside the cabinet. Okay. Right? Yeah. And while you're set up right there, I will put the number right above the door that's hanging on your thing. And so I'll know that door 1 is here and door 1's slot.
Or you could have put it on the hanger. Yeah, we could have put it on a hanger because those hangers are permanent until they get painted. So yeah, you could have did it like that too.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, they all different. So like each door is different. It's only two. These two right here. This right there. Those two the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's two top cabinets that's the same. I don't even notice. I think it's that one and this one. No, that's bigger. That's an 18. That's a 15. I don't think none of the top cabinets match.
Okay, well.
That's crazy. No, I'm not crazy, girl. You make me.
Oh, not the tape measure, Ron.
I'm not tape measure.
Ron, hey, it's okay, babe.
I can't.
Babe, it's okay.
I gotta do it.
Oh, why? Why? It's okay. So hopefully that will help you guys, right? Answer some of the questions that I came across while I was on my break, literally for the last 4 hours.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
One of these things is the same.
Oh, he don't want to got the dang tape measure.
Okay. This one is 27, 30. What's this one? 32, 33, 36.
See what y'all done started. See what y'all did.
15.
Oh God, the whittler is at it.
12. This is the one that's the don't have the middle thing. They all different. Yeah, they all different. So that's easy.
There's your Remy whining.
Let me see. Any other things that might have the order of things?
The order of things.
Did you talk about that?
I didn't. Like
Okay.
I just kind of showed the process of
Just in general.
me.
The
Well,
kitchen. The order of things as far as the kitchen.
I didn't say it though.
Okay.
I didn't say what the order was. So let me reiterate then, because that is important. I figured you cover that on your channel. So
Not painting, just what we did in the kitchen. In
like,
general.
what you mean?
Like why we didn't paint the cabinets before we put the countertop in, and why we didn't, this.
I don't remember if I covered it or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Well,
anyway,
go ahead,
I'll
no,
talk
no.
about it. To me,
Go ahead and cover.
to me, painting is the last step because the backsplash in, the countertop in, they had to move stuff around, cut out some of the pantry. If we would have put the backsplash on after we painted, then we would have got grout all over the new paint, stuff like that. You see that grout
Right.
over there? Of course, the countertop got to go in first before the backsplash because the backsplash sit on top of the countertop, and so we're painting outside. You'll be cutting in. You only have to tape off of just a couple of spots because there's not that many spots where paint is going to get on something that's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, so paint to me was the last step. That's just the order of things for me. I don't see why we would have painted prior to us doing the countertop or the backsplash.
Okay.
It just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And
Me
then
too.
think about it this, like what if somebody wanted to paint their cabinets, right? And they're not changing out their countertop.
Yep.
So they're gonna take out their countertop?
They're not. I mean, they
Well,
not.
we gotta paint our cabinets, so we gotta take out our countertop.
They not.
These two right here. Yeah. So I mean, everybody had their order, but at the end of the day, I think it'll work out just fine.
I'm trying to think of any
We got a
other.
lot of cleanup though.
Yeah, we do. We do.
It's okay.
So day 3, which will be tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
my plan is to caulk, sand the facings,
That's a lot of sanding.
even more sand, sand. But I don't think it's gonna be as tedious as this, cause it's flat.
All flat. Yeah.
So when I pass,
And you don't have to go. You don't have to. You're not trying to take all the varnish. You're just trying to
Knock
get
the
that
shine
shit
off.
that neck. Yeah.
That's what we're really trying to do, is get the sheen off
Yeah.
to get a better adherence. And make sure y'all check Ron's video out of this right here. Like the painted, which we briefly talked about it like once it got done and how unhappy we was and glad we didn't actually hire him to paint the kitchen. The messiness and the just make sure you just watch the detail. Ron goes into full detail, up close shots of a professional painter's work.
Cool.
Who did everything we're doing right now, but still had this outcome and peeling. With a sprayer. So yeah, make sure you check out that video. I don't know if I have any other questions that stuck out to me. Yeah, I don't think. And plus, my old school family members on here watch me do it incorrectly. What definitely wasn't done Ron's way. Back at the house, this whole process.
You know, I mean, for some people, the manufacturer's recommendation is just fine. You know, because they not anal like me. You know, I mean, they'll paint over bumps and grooves and bumps, and it look fine to most people. You know, I just look at it like, to me personally, it's a 10-15 year deal. You know, we do this right the first time, it's gonna last. You know, well, I don't know with you, it might be a 5-year deal.
What does that mean, Ron? 5-year deal?
It might be a 3-year deal, you know.
What does that mean?
Wow, I want to paint the cabinets gold.
Don't do that.
We would do it, but anyway, so I just figured that, you know, we take the time and do it the right way, the right way, the way the professionals do it. You know, and just get everything smooth, nice, and that's even great. I mean, it's more about the smoothness for me than anything. You know, I don't want the bridges and the bumps and the runs and the line, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just figured we just, you know, do the sand and get everything nice and smooth. Hopefully get that motion right, you know, hey, you know, and we have a nice looking product. And we're not doing gloss.
Sad.
So, you know, the higher the gloss, the more it hides. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, right. The higher the gloss, the more it hides. And so we're doing the satin, so the stuff got to be right. You know, you got flat show everything. Then you got eggshell, then you got satin, you know, then semi-gloss and high gloss, and we're going with satin. So, yeah, it needs to be right. It has to be right.
I feel like I kind of wasted today.
Why you say that?
I feel like I did. Now, you've been busy, but I feel like...
You was a sanding monster. You was in here sanding up some stuff. You was getting it in.
Yeah, I also took a million breaks, too.
That's okay, though.
I took a million breaks.
That's the whole joy of DIY.
Speaking of DIY, hey, bam. So y'all been egging me to do a DIY of some sort. I have a really cool DIY coming up. Old school Sharon type DIY. I think y'all are really gonna enjoy it. And I know for a fact Ron is going to enjoy it because it's gonna save his pocket some coins.
What's the DIY? What's the DIY?
It's gonna save you some coins.
It's like going to the store, seeing something that you didn't go to the store for. Ooh, they got buy 5 get 1 free. That just saved me money. That cost me money.
This is gonna save you some money.
That cost me money.
If it turns out like I think it will, it's gonna save about $1,000.
Ooh.
At least.
Well, what we doing now?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I'm not though. Stay tuned for the video. You have to wait for the video until you'll come home You'll come home from work and I'll have the DIY done, and you will walk right in here and you're gonna notice it right away.
Lord.
Okay?
All right.
After I'm done painting.
I don't even question it no more.
I think I'm gonna make this my whole video right here. And then start fresh on day 3. Whittler, say goodbye.
Goodbye.